What are you passionate about? Are you happy? Are you really happy? Do you trust your own instinct? What is your perception of God? Are you the best version of yourself? This is Conversations We Never Had, hosted by Wendy. What does Bafana mean? What does your name mean?
Bafana.
Yeah.
I still have to have this conversation with my parents, to be quite honest.
Yes.
But it's so sad because both of them are late. So I guess my name means boys.
Yeah.
But it never made sense to me because at home it's even. We have 3 boys and 3 girls.
Okay.
So I wouldn't know what it means.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just it is boys.
Yeah, it is
That's pretty
boys.
much it, yeah.
And is that the only name that you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I was born after apartheid. So
Okay.
my parents were not forced to give me an English name.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is your essence? Who is Bafana?
Bafana, you know, to be quite honest, he is a confused human being, but he's living his life to the fullest because I actually try to involve myself in so many things and so many talents that I have.
Yes.
So I can't actually sit down and say, this is who I am because I can be this person today and tomorrow I can be influenced by something else. So it's just a confused human being who's influenced by so many people who have different characteristics about them. So that's basically who I am in a nutshell.
Yeah, and very creative because, I mean, earlier on we were listening to your music and I think you're very creative.
That's another, how can I put it, persona. So it's really not Bafana.
Okay.
It's that's Inkabi on its own.
Okay.
So Bafana and Inkabi are 2 different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but now I can be those 2 people. I can be Bafana and I can be Inkabi at the same time. Not at the same time, but yeah.
You know how to differentiate the 2.
True.
So I want to expand a little bit more about Inkabi. It's your baby's and your alter ego.
Yeah, actually my alter ego.
Okay.
But it's funny because how I actually define the name, it's different from how people perceive Inkabi. Because I think they perceive Inkabi as a hitman, of which they're correct about it. It is a hitman. But for me, it's North King and Brie Icon.
Okay.
So 2 taxi ranks in Johannesburg, where I actually get most of my influence. Okay. So I had to break the name apart from what people actually see it as it is to what I see it as an individual. So to me it means North King and Brie Icons, where I actually get most of my inspiration from the taxi driver culture and the people I actually bump into while commuting to doing my everyday life activities.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to Bafana, you know.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what are the 3 words that best describe your personality?
Love, patient, and fun.
Fun.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun?
Yeah.
What do you know about yourself and probably people don't know about you?
I'm too crazy, but people think I'm a little bit crazy. Okay. But I am too crazy. It's just that I don't show it as that much to people. Yeah. So they're exposed to the little crazy that I am. Yeah. But I'm too crazy, and I wouldn't say I'm creative because I wouldn't say I'm creative. I'm just influenced. I'm just influenced, you know, because to be quite honest, there's nothing new under the sun. Yeah. Everything that we do is just an influence from someone else and how you execute it. They might have started it, but you might do it better. So I'm just influenced by people.
I see. What are some of the things that affected you in your childhood?
Some of the things that affected me in my childhood. What is it that affected me in my childhood? I don't know. To be quite honest, I really don't know what affected me in my childhood because I can't recall anything.
Are you bad with memory? Because I'm very bad.
Yeah, I guess I'm bad. To be honest, I'm bad with memory. Yeah. Like I'm really, really bad. Like I forget people's names. So all the time they say, "What's up?" I'm like, "Yeah." I remember you.
Not your name.
Yeah. I'm really bad with memory. Yeah.
Okay. I want to speak about expectations. I think a lot of the people we're told, actually we are all told that
Yeah.
don't expect, do something for people, don't expect. And I think it's a natural thing that when you do something or give out something, you expect something in return.
True.
What is the one thing that you've given out in your whole entire life and you never really get it back?
I guess it's love. And I don't blame people for not actually giving me love back, because it's a one-way stream. I give it because I have it. Even though I do expect it sometimes, but I've learned to actually say, it's fine. I'll give you the love I have, and if you don't return it, it's okay.
Yeah.
At some point, we meet people to heal them.
Yeah.
And maybe my mission with that person was actually done, and I can't force relationships or situationships, but what I've given so much was love, actually.
What does love mean to you?
For me, it just means happiness and being comfortable with who you are, and that's all. Like, I have to be who I am, and I don't have to change. I just have to be Bafana, and that's pretty much it. And how you receive me, it's how you receive me. You don't have to change me. You have to heal me how you heal me, but you don't have to change me. So love to me, it means happiness and being comfortable with who you are.
With who you are.
Yeah.
And at what age did you get to be comfortable? Like, say, you know what, I'm Bafana Mthembu, and this is who I am, and I'm not trying to change for anyone.
I think I accepted myself when I was maybe 19.
19?
Yeah, 19, yeah. That's when I actually accepted myself for who I am and understood. I didn't understand love. I won't lie to you and say, my definition of love is my definition of love, but I can't stand here and say I understand what love is, because I'm still to be influenced by other people, but my definition can actually change at any given time. But for now, it is what it is. But at that point, when I was 19, I actually accepted myself for who I am. And,
How do you express love?
At this given age, you have to express it with material stuff. How do I express it?
Interesting that you...
How do I... No. How do... Because I'm saying I can be in love with someone, but they won't be in love with me because of the stuff that I'm not giving them and whatever. But how I express love, it's through my time. My time is really precious. And if I'm willing to spend my time with you and shut the rest of the world, I guess that's just enough, because with my time, you can actually get exposed to the person that I am, and I can also get exposed to the person that you are. So that's how I express my love, through giving my time.
What is the one thing that keeps showing up in your life that you perhaps didn't deal with?
It's that from friends and family. I don't know when my grieving moment is. I can lose someone and say, okay, cool, they are dead. You would cry, but me crying doesn't mean I've grieved that person. Till today, I still haven't actually sat down and find peace with the people that I'm actually close with who passed away. I still have questions to say, but why them? There's so many people that, not that I want other people to die.
No, for sure.
Not that, because it's gonna sound like there's so many people that I don't need in my life, but why are these people who I actually needed, that they passed away? So I guess the death of people, it's something that keeps coming back into my life. And some people may come to you and be like, no, people mourn different and all of that. After 6 months, if you're mourning, it's kind of like depression, but it's not like I mourn every day. I think I haven't sat down and be like, okay, cool, I think I grieved the passing of my friend, I grieved the passing of my mother, I grieved the passing of my brother. I think I haven't sat down and dealt with it, So
What is your perception of God?
I see him as a higher power.
Okay.
But there's still some traditional stuff that I still perform.
Okay.
But those are not based on my gods. I wouldn't call them but for people it's God and it's gods. So for me it's just conforming to society and the influence, because growing up I was never given an option to choose my God or what.
All of us.
You see, so you grow up, if they say to you, if they say to you, but what happens when it doesn't actually fulfill your soul? So you have to start from scratch and pick which which religion you want to follow.
Yeah.
And that religion you pick has to influence the God that you believe in, because it's always based to how you pray to your God, for me.
Yeah.
Because that's the conversation you have with him. So for me, it's a spiritual thing. It's also religious, but there's also stuff that I perform traditionally, and for certain religion, it's forbidden. They don't want you to perform those things.
Sure.
So it affects my belief on God, and what do I have to do now?
Yeah.
So for me, it's just he's
higher. He's a higher power.
Yeah, that's basically who he is.
Yeah.
Because I still believe in God, I won't lie, and I still pray. Yeah, but I'm not gonna fight anyone and say I'm praying because at home they say you should pray.
Yes.
I pray because I believe the conversation I have with him, it stays between me and him, and whenever he decides to answer my prayers, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
And whenever he says you don't have to sacrifice or slaughter anything, if he forbids that, I think he will actually guide me in a direction to say you're not supposed to be doing it.
Yeah.
Up until then, I'll still do the traditional stuff that I've been raised to do. Yeah.
How do you make it one thing, and how does it make sense to you? Do you think they coexist? Do you think God also so how do you make sense out of the two?
When it's God's moment, it's God's moment.
Okay.
When I have to perform my ritual, it's time for that.
Yeah.
And as much as people can say you can't mix them together, it's up to an individual to actually believe in what they believe.
Yeah.
Because my belief is not what you believe in, and how I pray, it's different from how you pray.
Yeah.
We can pray together about the same thing, but we won't get blessed at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, so what I do, it's based on my belief, and when it's God's time, it's God's time.
Yeah.
And if ever there comes a point in life when they say you are not supposed to be doing these things, I think I'll be guided by him to say this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Because growing up, we were forced to go to our parents' churches, and at some point you decided to say no, but this doesn't actually fulfill me spiritually. This church is where I belong, and this is where I'm gonna go. So I guess with me it's just gonna be the same situation when I feel like, but this thing doesn't serve me no purpose. What's the point of me doing it? So that's basically it.
What do you think is the purpose of human experience? Why are we living?
The purpose of us living is to, I don't know, but it's to die at the end of the day. Okay. At some point we have to die. But our purpose is to go through all emotions, pain, love, happiness, and all those. But I don't know what's our purpose of living, because I don't know. You just need to be alive. If you're healthy, that's cool. And if you're not, we'll pray for you and we'll do everything in our means to actually get you healthier so you can be back up and continue living with us. But I don't know, in a nutshell, I don't know why are we here. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, why am I here?
Are you still in the journey of finding out?
But even if you find that journey, it's never enough. It's good for the moment, but it's never enough. It's just like you say, I'm into fashion, then you kill the fashion space. Then you're like, okay, cool, I'm into presenting. But it's a continuation of things that you have to work hard to be, and find people to believe in you and invest in that. So for me, it's like I have to be good, and people have to invest in me.
I see.
I have to go to work so I can get paid. I mean, it's a very difficult life, but my purpose is just to be alive and maybe influence the people that I influence, and that's pretty much it. I don't want to dig deep and actually explain stuff that I'm not even living up to. But just my purpose is to be alive and influence people.
And are you living up to your purpose?
The question is, who can tell you that, dog, you're living up to your purpose? Who can tell you that? Because there's only one person who can tell you that, but you don't even have that conversation with that person. It's like God can tell you that you're living up to your purpose. But who in this life that we live in can tell you that, dog, you're actually man, yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, because as I said, it's just phases that you pass, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm cool with fashion, cool, I'm cool with this, cool, I'm cool with this. It's time to move on to the next to the next thing. But at the end of the day, maybe I think everyone is just here to influence someone, because there's literally nothing new under the sun. So whatever that we do has been done, and even if I die, someone is going to still do it. So we are just here to influence each other and just keep growing. That's the word. Growing. Just keep growing.
What do you think happens when we die?
My heaven will be what I make it to be.
Here on earth.
I make my bed and I'll lie on it. So that's pretty much it. So my heaven will be what I make it. And if they say I'll meet Jesus, cool, fine, great. That's amazing. If they say I'll meet the devil, I don't know. I can't say cool. I don't know. But it's my.
I mean,
it changes all the time. Like I can't say there's heaven. I can't say there's hell. I don't know. Like who has been there and they came back. But when I die, I think it's just. I love my sleep, so I enjoy sleeping.
So you believe that when we die, we go into sleep mode?
Yeah.
Nothing happens, and there's no afterlife.
It can be a spiritual thing, but it doesn't even make sense to me. Like, it's what happens after life? Like,
so it's over. It's like if you haven't done what you were supposed to do, it's finished.
I mean, it's like. Let me make a practical example. It's like, I have kids, I'm broke, I die. Then my kids and want money from me. I didn't give them money while I was still alive.
Yeah, so why would
you come back? So how will I give them money saying Johnny?
I see. What are you mostly afraid of?
Apart from that, I don't think there's anything that I can think of right now and say I'm actually afraid of that specific thing. But I guess I'm not that necessarily, but I'm afraid of how I will die. Yeah. If knowing how I die, I think I'll be miserable if I actually know how I will die. That's one thing I'm actually afraid of.
If you had an opportunity to write your mother a letter, what would you include in that letter?
Geez, I would include that finally I got that degree. I would just include that. So that finally I got that degree that you were actually nagging me about. And I was thinking, listen, I don't need a degree to survive in this world. And because she never got the opportunity to actually see me graduate. So what I would include in the letter, it's just my degree.
And what would you say your biggest loss was?
I guess losing my mother was my biggest loss. I guess losing my mother and my brother in the same year was literally like my biggest loss. How was it 2016? My 2016 was horrible. I guess it happens to, 2016 was a horrible year for most of us. A lot of people I know that I'm very close with also had like horrible years. So I guess losing my mother and my brother in the same year was my biggest loss.
And how did that? I mean, I can imagine just losing two people that you truly loved in 1 year was devastating. I'm sure you were in the darkness, and who was there for you at the time?
My sisters were there for me. Without their support, I don't think I was going to be able to make it. But my sisters and friends actually, my sisters and friends were there for me to actually comfort me during hard times. But the biggest comfort that I've received was actually going to church and actually praying about the situation. But my sisters and friends were actually there for me.
And do you still feel connected to your mother?
I have her as my screensaver on my phone, so I guess I'm still connected, because ever since she passed on, I haven't actually changed my screensaver from my phone. She's She's one thing I see when I wake up. She's the last thing I see when I go to bed. So I guess I'm still connected to her.
What is the lesson that you've learned during the time when your mom left, and like, you know, what have you learned from the passing of your mom?
What I've learned from my mom's passing was you gotta keep your family closer, because in times like these you get to see people's true colors and who they are as individuals. And I was grateful because my mom would always have those conversations to say, this is who you trust, this is who you don't trust. Listen to me, I'm your mother, I gave birth to you, I know what's right for you, I know what's wrong for you. So when it comes to family issues and it comes to family relationships, you don't go to these people when you need help. They will do certain things, you know. So I guess keeping the family closer and understanding that it's just you, your sisters and your brother. The rest of the world, they are there to help you, but they are not there to guide you. So whatever I've taught you in this world, just carry on from it, but don't go outside, out of the family, because I know the kind of people that they are. So it was just to say, keep your sisters and your brother very close, because those are the people that would actually help you when you need some like proper help, like when you in need. Those are the people you can go to, because of the rest of the world, the cousins and whoever, they would not necessarily help you. They would show you their true colors and actually, instead of helping you, bring you down. So I guess keeping the family closer was what I've learned from my mom's death.
Do you find it easy to trust though?
Sure. Yeah. It's like trusting is it goes with the individual. So it goes with who I have to trust. So I do find it easy for certain individuals, but I do find it difficult for certain individuals because of how they've treated me in past lives. So I guess it goes with who I have to trust at that moment.
I see. Do you find it easy to forgive? Do you forgive easily?
I do forgive, but I don't forgive easily. But I do forgive. Like I feel like yes, it's not something that's easy to do, but I need to forgive for myself to move on. Because if I don't forgive, I feel like I haven't moved on. But I do actually forgive, but I don't find it easy to do it. But I do forgive.
Yes. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I think you are doing very amazing. You're doing an amazing job. You've inspired me to dig deeper by just listening to you and just how you've handled your biggest loss. And go forth with love and keep on growing, keep on understanding how this universe works, and just keep on supporting yourself when you're not getting the support. Cry when you have to, grieve when you can, and we love you as conversations we've never had, and thank you so much for making time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yay!
I wish you nothing but the best.
Yay!
So you're gonna make me famous.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Please do.
Huggies.
I've been waiting for this.
Things that bring us down, the darkness and the light that we carry. Conversations with